Hey guys, I'm the Couch Potato, and welcome to It Came from the Boob Tube, where I review the shows you love to hate. So friends, I love musicals. I'm not ashamed to admit it, I really do. It's two of my favorite things. Film and music combined together makes a great combination. This is why I love shows like Glee and other musicals like Rent or Chicago. But sometimes the formula breaks down, and the result is pretty horrifying. Which brings us to today's show. Cop Rock. Yeah, it's real, even though I don't blame you guys for thinking it's not. Cop Rock was created by Stephen Bonshaw, who previously had brought to you shows like Hill Street Blues, Law and Order, NYPD Blue, and Doogie Howser. At the time, Bonshaw could do no wrong, which kind of explains how this show made it on the air. This show has gone down as the biggest fuck-up in television history. So why did it fail where Glee succeeded? Well, it all has to do with the musical formula. See, step 1 divided by step 2 times step 3, minus cats of course, equals step 4, which as we all know, it's the successful musical formula. Now you're probably asking yourself, what the hell are the steps? Well, I'm glad you asked. Step 1. It has to have a good story. That means good characters, good dialogue, and at least a basic plot. Step 2. It has to have good music. This seems like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised. A lot of people don't follow this rule. Step 3. They have to have good dance numbers. Believe it or not, the way a person moves and dances communicates a lot to the audience. Step 4. They have to have a reason to sing. This is the most important role, and it's a common factor in failed musicals. It's insanely bizarre to have somebody break out into song and dance. This is why audiences need a reason to believe why this is happening, no matter how stupid it is. There are many ways to do this. The common one would be a character breaking out into song when he's going through an emotional trauma, an emotional scene, motivations for their actions. That's not necessarily the rule though, because sometimes some writers use magic or dreams or even parody, but the audience needs to have this or else they will not take that leap from normal life to a world where people can just break out and belt something out. Cop Rock pretty much broke all these rules, which is why it was such a colossal what the fuck show. But enough with the jargon, let's get into the most bizarre show I've ever seen in my life, Cop Rock. Let's start with the pilot. The beginning of the show takes place in South Central LA, where these cops conduct a raid on these gang members.
Shut your mouth! Hey, who you talking to like that? What's the matter with you, son?
Well, so far so good. Doesn't seem that bad. Oh my god!
Just a dumb white cop and you made him mad.
Punk with a badge, call himself a man. Worked all his life for it, 8 or 9 grand. Look real pretty with a gun in his hand. You take it away, he's a chump. That's right, chump. Better do what they say. Bust your ass all night, bust your ass all day. You get shot through the head, they gonna haul you away. Put you in a garbage can. Hey, get in the car! The power! Now we got power! We got the power in these streets!
Right off the bat, you know this show's in trouble with the opening sequence. Randy Newman, of all people, is performing on the set of Cop Rock, the intro to Cop Rock, with the actors who play characters on Cop Rock watching him. This confuses me, because I mean, it'd be one thing if they were at a bar and Randy Newman was playing and they were going like, oh wow, look, there's Randy Newman, wow, he sucks. But no, they're breaking the fourth wall. Why would they do that? Sadly, we never get any answers to this question, because we quickly cut to a courtroom where, because of overcrowding, the judge is forced to release the drug dealers they actually caught the night before. This, of course, pisses off our main characters. Captain Hollander, played by Larry Joshua, and Detective De La Russo, played by Peter Onorati. The captain hates LaRusso because he's a cop who plays by his own rules. And LaRusso hates the captain because he's a goody two-shoes.
You're a goody little two-shoes. You're a goody little two-shoes, goody little two-shoes. Little goody two-shoes, 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 little goody two-shoes. Little goody two-shoes.
This is going to become a thing for the rest of the season, and I'm not going to get too into it because it's a bit of a cliche. So let's move on to the next cliche, which is the optimistic rookie, Vicky, played by Ann Bobby. Vicky's one of these touchy-feely kind of cops, you know, the ones that are always trying to do good and help people, like the ones you hear about on the news. Good times. Good times. Anyway, we cut to later in the day when the cops are chasing down a stolen van.
Let's go to the ground, Frank. I just wish I had more 30-06. Looks me just like hunting with my daddy. Right on, right on, right on.
Oh, he seems very brave and optimistic. Well, that went well. So the bad guys get away, and one of the actors tries to go for his Oscar, Emmy award-winning performance.
No! It's a paramedic! Don't die on me, man! No! No! Somebody help me! Somebody help!
The cop killer turns out to be one of the bad guys from the beginning of the episode who got let out. Cut to police headquarters, where we meet the chief of police, Chief Hendricks, played by Ronnie Cox, who is out of his fucking mind.
We're due at the mayor's press conference in less than an hour, Chief.
Well, I'd best get myself ready then, hadn't I?
Why, you lily-livered sodbuster?
Okay, this is insane on so many levels. First of all, who installed this for him? And also, how could he afford a fucking robot? Second, how does his assistant, or anyone in the building for that matter, disregard that someone is shooting a gun at police headquarters? There wouldn't be a minute that went by when security wouldn't break in and shoot his crazy ass. This has got to be hands down the most absurd character in the series. As expected, this becomes a huge media story, and Mayor Plank, played by Barbara Boson, doesn't matter, takes advantage of this by announcing her plans to open a new jail, which leads into a meeting with the man who wants to build it.
Frank,
It is a sad day for the city, Your Honor.
that it is. I'm going to be very direct here. I want this jail. I want it fast.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm hoping you're the man that can build it for me. Are you that man, Frank?
You bet.
First of all, I'd like to let you know
Oh, God.
that I really do admire you so. And when it all is said and done, I can tell that you're the one. You can tell that she's the one. Now I want you all to understand that in this briefcase I have in my hand, just to prove our friendship has begun, I put a little taste for everyone. There's a taste for everyone. There's a taste for everyone.
Yeah, my ears are bleeding. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we still have not gotten to the worst part of the show. Are you scared yet? We then follow LaRusso as he's testifying in court against the man who he put away. LaRusso decides that the only way he's going to be able to get this guy in jail is by manipulating the jury. So he decides to pretend he has an injury in the line of duty, and also go on an insane rant.
That same drug dealer 8 hours later murdered a 27-year-old cop.
Let's just fast forward to the verdict, please.
You live, and it's guys like him that are making it happen. You finished. It's a custom Mercedes that he paid for with glass pipes and guns. He paid for it with dead cops and dead kids. His lawyers don't want you to think about that, but I do. I want you to send him to jail because he's a bad guy, and there'll be one less bad guy in the street, and that is all the reason anybody who lives in the city ever needs. Now I'm done.
Has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
Hit it.
He's guilty, Judge, he's guilty. You could see it in his eyes. He did the crime and now he's gotta pay. He's guilty, Judge, he's guilty. We have seen through all his life. The time has come to put this boy away. Well, the end is coming. I was abused as a child. Sonny, the end is near. I was confused in every way. Now you got some hard times coming. He didn't know right from wrong. To you, my dear, I want to make it clear. He's guilty. I want to thank the jury. He's guilty. And I'd like to thank my wife. He's been a criminal all his life. What are you gonna say for, man? He's guilty. And we like to thank you, Honor. We've served justice here today. And now he's got to pay.
If you thought that was bad, just wait. Yeah, it gets worse.
The episode then ends with LaRusso killing the cop killer in cold blood. So the second episode starts out with LaRusso and his company investigating the robbery of a wealthy couple. Meanwhile, Andy and Vicky decide to go upstairs to look for clues.
Never gonna have.
That's the difference between you and me. I want what I want.
Big screen, color TV, remote control to turn it on.
A VCR, one for you and me.
They got a water fountain in the John.
It's a long way from the thin blue line up to this pleasure dome.
Come on in, sit right down, make yourself at home.
Shouldn't you guys, be looking for clues? You know, not putting on the victim stuff, contaminating the crime scene. I don't know, just, police work. Back at headquarters, the captain makes rank and gains partners.
Put your hand on the Bible. Bible, come on. Hand on the Bible, let's go. I now pronounce you partners.
What?
You're married.
Is this how the police department works? I mean, what if one of them was Jewish? The investigation heats up, though, when they bring the maid in for a lineup.